clearing the noise so that I can hear my thoughts. A creative's mind from the inside out. This is what I've been talking about, how I've been using body-led expression. It's a process where I've been making art through my body, letting my body take the lead, not letting my critical thinking, my training, what I believe to be right and wrong, the judginess of that. I'm putting all of that to the side and letting just free flowing expression. So kind of like, you could sit and you could dance, or not sit and dance. You could sit and dance, but kind of like if you got up and you started dancing. If everybody is doing the Macarena, well, now you're doing the Macarena and you're trying to get the moves correct, right? But if it's just free flowing and you just say, you know what, I'm going to turn my attention inward to my body and just let it move, and however it wants to move, whatever that is, that's body-led expression. So that is what I've been doing to make art for the past several years. And it has given me so many insights into me, who I am, what's really going on with my beliefs in my subconscious. So it's just another way that you can access kind of how your brain is programmed and what really feels within your heart, what you want to be. You can gain so many insights when you can let go and free up. It's a practice, so it doesn't happen overnight like anything else, right? So I'm going to share one of my pieces of art. That's what I've been doing, where I use this practice. So there you go. I'll show you some more of it too here in a minute, because when I first started, I knew that I ultimately wanted to start a business. And so that meant putting my ideas out there for other people to see and hear, right? Otherwise, you don't have a business, right? People can't come inside your head and find out what you're thinking. And expression is the first rule of creativity. Get it out of your head. Express it outwardly. The more you express outward, the more ideas you get. And the more you express outward, the better ideas you get, because you clear out all the garbage. And so that's what I think about free expression, is kind of like clearing out the gobbledygook so that I can get to the golden nuggets that I'm really looking for. And it's the most common mistake that people make. They sit around and they think, I'm thinking about it, I'm focusing, I just can't come up with a good idea. It's like, yeah, because you're not getting it out of your head. That is the rule number one, get it out of your head. I've seen this time and time again. So not only as my time when I worked as a fashion designer, we'd work in groups and teams to come up with whatever the new designs were. Also, as an educator, I taught creatives at a creative college here in Los Angeles for over 19 years. And it would be the same thing with them. They would all sit there and look around, not wanting to be the first one to say something because it might be a bad answer, where I always used it as, hey, I'm going to throw something out here. I'm not sure that it's a good one, and it doesn't matter, but maybe it'll be a launching point for somebody else to come up with something better. Like, that's how I always would present my bad ideas. And then I would give them a whole speech about, you can have all my bad ideas for free, because I have no problem telling you every single one that comes to mind, even though I know that they're not good, because I know the more that I do that, then I'm going to spit out something that is good. So that's what I did with the art. And so I started sharing it on social media because I needed to get myself out there and feel comfortable with people hearing my bad ideas and my art that doesn't make sense to anybody, sometimes not even to myself, but it's my expression. And then in the beginning of 2024, I put it on LinkedIn. And if you don't know me, I'm Tricia Edwards. I'm on LinkedIn every single day talking about creativity and how you can use it in all different ways of your life, not just for creative things, for non-creative things too. And we are all creative. We all have it within us. And my goal is to help everybody discover their own, nurture it, and then use it, because it's going to unleash all kinds of goodness in the world. And so I would put it on there, and then I would share my journal pages, because not only did I make the art, then I journaled about it, because that's how I got insights into myself. I do not think in words. That's why writing what has always been a struggle for me. I think in visuals, but not just realistic visuals. Predominantly, I think in colors and abstract colors, and they move and they shift and they morph, and that's how I think. So let me read you what I put in my LinkedIn post, because then I'll put a little bit from my journal, but also some other thoughts in hindsight. So here's what I wrote. Clearing the noise so that I can hear my thoughts, a creative's mind from the inside out. I couldn't find a thought, but there was a feeling. I have no name for it, but I felt it. And you know what? That's the one thing I learned about myself. It's okay if I struggle to find the name. I feel like my vocabulary is really small. My emotional vocabulary is even smaller. And it's growing because I've been working on it. But I found out you don't have to actually label it in order to feel it. Because we all know when something feels good. We all know when something feels crappy. We also all know when something feels too good. That is something I've experienced a lot. And I've been trying to normalize, because those too good feelings, those are the ones that I ultimately really want. I didn't know that they'd be so hard to feel. So I couldn't find a thought, but there was a feeling. I have no name for it, but I felt it. Upper left was darkness. It was pressure on me. Wait, I'm going to start over on that because I stumbled on my words. Upper left was darkness. It was pressure on me. Weighted, unstable. Then I felt the left side of me crushing, squeezing, left me unbalanced, crumbly, melty. The left side of me was gone or impaired. I was swaying in stillness, quiet. This is all my fault for not caring, loving myself. I lost sight of me. I didn't see me. I didn't see what was happening. I let it go on. Shameful. There are two of me. The part that allowed myself to get fat, ignore my body, ignore what I was doing to myself. This part is the boss, the parent, the caregiver, the one running the show. And then there's the part that is resentful that this has been allowed to happen. This part is the victim. That day, I allowed each to speak their grievances. So I have been on a weight loss journey for some time, it feels like, with things that have worked and things that haven't worked. But along the way, I hit a lot of detours. And I'm so, in some ways, I'm so grateful that I gained weight, that I needed to lose weight, because these detours are proving to be the most amazing things that can happen in my life. I am learning so much about myself through this. So, sometimes through what feels like a hurdle, feels like a big hurdle some days, can actually bring about many blessings. And I'm not saying that I use the word fat. That's if you don't like the F word, then I apologize. But it's not about wanting to be that, but I'm so grateful for everything that I've gained in my life. And maybe I could have gained this insight through a different avenue, but it's just the way that mine's happened to work out. So, that day, this was October 1st, 2022, that I allowed both of those things to come to light. And it was really so, oh man, what a relief to say it's okay that I have these feelings. And that is the power of creativity. That is what it can do for you. That's why I get so excited. Like, oh my gosh, if you want self-transformation, there's so much you can do through the power of your creativity. And you don't have to draw or sketch. Creativity can be anything. It could be gardening. It could be the way that you design your walks in the morning. Creativity can come out in so many different ways. And so I really embrace that power on there. So that's why I end up sharing what my journey has been. Mine just happens to be through a visual art method, but there's so many other ways that you can do this. So then I'll continue with what I wrote on that day, sometime at the beginning of 2024, about this piece and the reflection of it. And it's really been so cool to go back to my journals and reflect back, as now feel like I'm a much higher level of myself, and seeing that next bit that I get from that same thing. And that's another thing that's really beautiful about any kind of creative thing that you make. Every time you go back to it, you can gain new insights. When I started exploring body lead, I used it to reach my feelings, and it worked. Now I use it to access my unconscious mind, because I'm learning all about my beliefs. It's so cool. Reducing the stress of making decisions, diminishing doubts in my abilities, lowering my time being stuck. And that's because when you start approaching life from a body-led way, letting your body express, not just, hey, I'm tired, which I call, kind of complaining, I have life needs and you're not meeting them. Hello, I'm going to give you a migraine so that you slow down a bit, because it's the only way I can get your attention. That's what happened with me many times for many years since I was a teenager. And sometimes we force our bodies, we direct it, but we rarely just let it freely express. I think dancing is probably one of the best ways that we all can connect with what that means. And but I've just found a whole bunch of other avenues to take that concept and apply it to a whole bunch of other things, and it works. Even on the tasks that you don't enjoy doing, when you can start introducing a little bit of body-led expression into that, they all get easier. It's so awesome. So that's why I wrote, expanding the stress of making decisions, diminishing doubts in my abilities, lowering time being stuck, expanding my confidence, increasing my energy and spirit, reclaiming time on non-creative tasks. Body-led process is about building trust with yourself 100%. It is about trusting, not me just trusting my body will be there for me, but my body trusting me. It's a two-way street. I always think of them like as separate people on there. And so the rest is about a workshop that I was starting to host, but I just really wanted to share how special this body-led process has been for me, and what I've gained from it, from applying it with my creativity and making things. And like I said, it doesn't matter what you make, you can still get these same insights. So if you're thinking like, yeah, I might be interested in something like this, I'll put some notes down in the comments that you can come and you can check things out. But you can always leave a comment, reach out to me directly, or I'm on LinkedIn. You can come over there. I post pretty much every single day, unless life things happen, because that happens sometimes, or if I need, just a recharge break. But I'm over there, and you can even DM me. All right. I hope you enjoyed this.